One of the most just confusing and I think ridiculous things that the underlying budget does is that, we've been told we have to raise all this progressive revenue so that we can help out the people who need us the most in this state. But at the same time, that the underlying budget assumes a lot of those just massive, largest in state history progressive revenues. We're also simultaneously raising spending 8%, but then doing all of that and robbing single moms on temporary assistance for needy families of their child support payments. That, to me, it's just, I don't even really have words for it, Mr. Speaker. It's absurd. We ended, just last session, the practice of having the Department of Children, Youth, and Families intercept that TANF money, that child support money from single moms who make less than $1,500 a month to take care of their kids. The goal of a public assistance program, Mr. Speaker, is so that you can actually get enough support so that you can lift that family, that person, that individual out of poverty so that you can get them back on their feet again. And when we had the Great Recession, it was when this policy was put into place to take the child support from the mom and then use it to pay for the public benefits. That's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. That is a tax on our poorest single mother citizens in the state of Washington, the people who absolutely need us the most. And you're telling me that we raise about $15 billion in taxes and then increase spending 8%. Well, where is that spending going? That's a great question maybe we can ask later on. But it's certainly not going to help the single moms who make less than $1,500 a month. And we're robbing them of their child support, the money they could use to get them whole and off of temporary assistance. Multiple times in previous sessions, Mr. Speaker, I've seen bills that would vastly extend TANF. I even said they should maybe be called PANF, permanent assistance for needy families. But we're going the opposite direction with a $15 billion tax increase. How is a lot of the things that we're funding more important than that? That bill, when we ended that recession-era practice of stealing that child support money last session, was nearly unanimous. But now we're kicking that down the road again. What is the point of taxing the wealthy if we're also going to tax the poor? This robbing child support from single moms is a tax increase on the poor. That is a practice we should absolutely end. And this comes along with some cuts because, of course, we have a deficit to solve as well. But this budget solves a deficit on the backs of those single moms. That's wrong. Me and you, Mr. Speaker, we're better than this. This isn't even a large line item in the span of our $78 billion budget. You could do this with the end fund balance. You wouldn't even have to cut anything to do this. Mr. Speaker, please vote yes. These are not the people we should be harming to solve a budget deficit that was self-created.